Yes, nicely. This year's show theme is called the Caged Bird, and as our audience sees on the field, we see bird cages everywhere, and we see our color guard and the white representative with the feathers, and you can see that in their headpieces, and then also in the feather fan, and so you can see very much the bird-like characteristics to it. It really is not a show about birds. You see all the bird cages, but it's not about birds. In fact, we have a funny little thing with the students right now with Twitter, and our hashtag is it's hashtag not a bird show, because it really is not about birds. It's much more about freeing the human spirit within all of us, and that's sort of the bottom line. A lot of people can take that a different way. I guess if our audience wants it to be about birds, they can be about birds, but for us, really, it's about the freeing the human spirit, and really our students kind of finding their own path and their own journey in life and being free to be who they really We use more gold spray paint than anybody can imagine. I think we used all the gold spray paint in a 4-state area, and lots of metal piping. And we had a fantastic crew of volunteers that was up at our school probably 6 nights a week for 3, 4, 5 hours, going through the process of design, construction, revision. We haven't been to Grand Nationals in 2 years now, and and our seniors are the only group, the only subset of students in the organization who have been previous finalists. So I think there's a real enthusiasm about being here for the first time for some of our students. 2/3 of our band has never been to the stadium before, so I think just the opportunity to be here and show what we're made of means a whole lot to our students. At the end, we cage the bird in the middle, and then we cage the band with an outer ring of cages. And at the very end, just when you aren't expecting it, one piece opens up, and the bird is free. So anyway, there's no doubt about it. The ending is the best part that everybody would. We put that on the field a few weeks ago for the first time. Finally got to that point in the design and construction and revision process and made it reality. It's just magic. Yes! This is good. Wow. Yeah! All right. How was that? It was fantastic. Oh, it was just fantastic. I'm so proud. I hope we're sorry. Sisters from Danny Cole. Great Princess. Very well. That's it, girl. That's it. Great job. All right. Yeah. All right. And I'm just thrilled. They just lived up to their full potential. We couldn't ask for anything more from the kids. We strive for artistry and excellence, and we do it for the community. And I think the kids really understand that the community supporters for tonight are something well worthwhile in the whole puzzle. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, see you again, the high school marching band. As this last week went by, I pondered on what exactly this program meant to me. And to be honest, I was pretty speechless. I couldn't exactly get into words how much what we're about to do tonight meant to me. This show, the hard work, just everything. So tonight, we need to go out there, show them how hard we work through all the cold, through the hot days, through the rain, through the humidity, through the on and off weather, anything you can think of, we got. And by God, we fought it and we have it. So go out there tonight, you show them who Marion Catholic is, who this program is, and what this program is to us.
Peter Victory.
Pray for us. Have a good one, guys. Marion Catholic first came to Grand Nationals in Rouge Dome, 1984. Be great! Be great! Joining us from Chicago Heights, Illinois, please welcome the Marion Catholic High School Marching Band. The basic story is about a diver who succumbs to rapture of the deep, which is a nitrogen problem, which causes hallucinations. And she gets in desperate trouble. At first, it's like, this is really nice, and we're having a good time. It's very exciting. The ocean is rushing past, and then all of a sudden, trouble happens, and she starts to see many more divers. She gets attacked sort of by an octopus. She hallucinates maybe about creatures that she sees down there, and has all kinds of issues. And so there are all kinds of episodes with that. The creatures that she thinks she's hallucinating actually end up saving her. They take her up, get her in a bubble, and the bubble takes her back to the end. And so it's a simple story like that. It's also a little bit of a parable, I guess, about being saved. And then the third part is just fun. We pick some of the music because it's just a hoot to play with bushel baskets of notes, and so we're having a good time with it. Our kids come from 50 different grade schools, and we never know who they're going to be, and so we have to find ourselves among that and build our own personality. The older kids take over leadership because we have a significant student leadership program, and so they have to find the reins of leadership, and the younger people have to figure out how to rehearse, how to be a part of this pretty interesting entity. So that's the first part, and then of course the learning process is an ongoing process about how to play, how to move, how to prepare, how to be responsible. The list is, well, sometimes it seems endless. So that the challenges are many, but very, very rewarding. They know that the bands that come to this contest are the best anywhere. They're just the best of the best, and so that lends. They know that they're walking onto the biggest marching band stage. The Marion Catholic High School Marching Band. When you look up and you see all the kids, we know each one of them, and so what they're achieving means so much more to us. Because you look at them and say, I know where they were 2 weeks ago, I know where they were 2 months ago, and how much they've grown, and so it's just incredibly special. It's amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, the Marion Catholic High School Marching Band.
Our baby's four.
Performing for this crowd is the most appreciative crowd they'll ever perform for. So it's pretty cool. We've been talking about 4 words before every performance. Those being focus and eye and air and emotion. Ladies, you've been stunning. You've just been stunning all year. Just beautiful. Have fun tonight. Have fun tonight. That's what it's all about. This is why you work so hard. Enjoy it. Every minute of it. Have fun, guys. Deep breaths. This is an easy one, right? Have fun. An easy one. It's always humbling to get to perform on this night. Guys, from Kennesaw, Georgia, please welcome the Kennesaw Mountain High School Marching Band. Our show is called Final Piece this year, and this show has to do with redefine your inner peace. And it follows the journey and the struggle of learning who you are, learning about yourself, and eventually in the end, finding that internal peace and coming to terms with that. We've decided to create a show where you can hear our beautiful lyrical playing. We incorporated our guard, and this is a show where we just, made as beautiful as possible in uniforms and costuming. And that's been the aesthetic that we've tried to portray through the entire show. Well, this has been an awesome season. Every step of the way, we've had a chance to attend different regionals, and it's been a challenge, actually, stepping up to the plate and teaching our new members to kind of learn what the Kickoff Mountain Way is this year. But we've had a lot of success just with our leadership and with bringing up all of our new members, and then eventually culminating here. This is the chance to come and be part of the best of the best. The students know what the standard is, they know what the expectation is, and they realize that everyone else that's showing up at Grand Nationals has been working like crazy all season. So, if anything, this has been the motivator for them to be here for national activities and put our best foot forward, the sound on the field, and our movements. We actually have a vocalist at the end of the show who's very talented from a movement perspective and also with the team as well.
That is Kennesaw Mountain, Kennesaw, Georgia. Don't forget the Super Bowl! What?
The Kennesaw Mountain High School Marching Band.
So stop rapping at me.
Our goal is to have that be their best performance of the year, and it was. So, being of pride. Yeah, we tried to base the entire show on beauty and a journey through life, and the anxieties and finding peace and tackling them, and major life events and tackling them, and at the end having no regrets and last note. That's what it's all about. Ladies and gentlemen, the Kennesaw Mountain High School Marching Band. Keep moving more there, guys. Keep moving there. Keep that temperature up. Come on. We move there. We're from Homestead High School in Portland, Indiana. And the anticipation is terrific. We are really looking forward to this performance. Everybody's hyped and ready to go.
Really nervous, but we're gonna have to review our best. It's not big, hopefully like this.
The ultimate achievement, and we're just looking to perform for this fantastic crowd tonight. Remember to empty your water when you get out on that field. One there. Have fun out there. Let's go. We always have a wonderful following, and they're just super. They really care about the kids out on this field, and we're just pleased that they're all here tonight. Joining us from Fort Wayne, Indiana, please welcome the Homestead High School Marching Band.
When design teams got together, we really wanted to give the audience something special. And we wanted to immerse them with the wind spirits that we have throughout our show. With the wings, we wanted that to be a framework to really invest the audience into what we were doing visually, to get them involved in the musical and visual experience. They train our musicians and interact as well as train the group. And I think we have immersed our audience with some great stuff. It's very challenging music, and kids really have been doing a very, very fine job with all that.
Those flags.
The wings for the ladies are definitely a challenge, to say the least. It's very nice to be indoors here today because that eliminates the wind. But anytime we were competing in Indiana, it's often windy days on practices and performances. It was certainly a challenge. But then it really did lend itself into another visual experience. This has been a great experience for us, and we're really, really happy to be here after a 20-year absence. This has just been a wonderful, wonderful experience. Everybody did it. Well, there's a great anticipation. This is the icing on the cake. The kids are very excited about today, and we just have prepared for this moment. Indiana State Finals for a week ago, and as they say in South America, we're trying to take it to the next level. The homestead. They were great tonight. They were great. It's all right, on the stage right now. We're thrilled to be here. We're thrilled with that performance. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. Good job, you guys. It's just been a great experience overall. The Thursday night was we have a great people down here, and they do a great job of having the fabulous experience throughout the season, and the kids just put it up. Really, really helpful. Let's go. The homestead. High School Marching Band. You see all these people standing out here watching and waiting, and see the kids doing great things. The history that has come through this tunnel to play greatness is incredible.
I'm getting ready to perform. When the mother's
It's pretty incredible seeing all the folks that are up there. And the pitchers worked incredibly hard all year too. This is our representative Angel at different parts. Looks like a sheet metal, but in good band fashion. It's just like some hard paper that Michael Gray put together for us. Behind the scenes kind of magic right now, I'll tell you that. This is our Jones tree. Really abstract idea of what Jones would represent. Sort of a solitude at one point with the other trees.
We're right over there. We're going to please cars at different times of the show. We got an open film. We go with Lynn. The viewers tonight. It's hard. Hey, two shows that have to be fixed. Let it up now. There we go. The magic happens. My heart can go down a few beats now when that turns on. Good night from Pleasant, South Carolina. Please welcome the Wando High School Marching Band. You see a quick coming out today. As a wind goes on the about calling what a calling to do to a believer who's going to action what other society has. But beyond the limits of various superimposing on their own people, whatever call may be given to them as they go past these limits. Well, for us, Wando has a big show. So only the seniors do this. So this is a big audience and large space. Probably wouldn't be. But it is always overwhelming. The first time you walk into the meeting, you just see it. Tiny. Certainly. Overwhelming. The overwhelming nature of it. I think there's more than interaction or the exposure and to be able to put what you're given as legislative tools on whether you're here or not on those
you know, we just want to keep that relationship with them and make it meaningful to them. And be excited about it. So have fun. You're going to put that in that. Be excited. All have fun, guys. Be good, man. Be good. Keep your kids up. Be good. Be good. You earned the spot to know when your last service, right? So don't be emotional. Yeah? Take a minute to think. You're going to remember this for a long time. Have fun, guys. Be good. Moving time, keep talking about that first step. Be good. Have fun. One more good one. This is our first time. And it's been overwhelming. It's been an amazing experience. No time that we're in the city. Thank you, friends, scenarios, video that we've taken. Overwhelmed, a little bit high-eyed. And it's been an emotional
We're up to 10 viewers. Probably.
Hello, everyone. Hello, good evening. We're going to get started. Welcome to the 2015 Eagle Marching Band season. Who all is new to marching band? Who's new to marching band? Let's hear it for these people. Welcome. I am extremely happy that you are here. Thank you all so much for being here, making time to be with us this evening. Just a little of who I am so you know who's talking at you. My name is Scott Palmer. I'm one of 3 full-time band directors here at the high school. It is my absolute privilege and honor to be the director of the Eagle Band. It's my 15th year being on staff with the marching band. It's my 9th year being the director. And I'm in a small list that you saw for 1 second of people that have been directors before me that are all close friends of mine and mentors that I get to speak with regularly. So that's who I am, and that's all I have to say about me. We are going to dive into why we do the marching band thing, why the organization exists, and why we're here tonight. And then we're going to talk about how we'll get it done, from a schedule, fees, staff, all the things that it will take to get the job done, and then what the show is at the end. So, yeah. So why we're here. Many of you have heard this before. It's absolutely worth repeating. It is the mission and vision of our band program. Did I spell something wrong? Did I spell something wrong on that one? So, our band program stands for Unity, Artistry, and Excellence, and we constantly shape our legacy through that. We are, just take a second to talk through everything of this. This is something we've thought a lot about. It's very, very important to us. We live and breathe it, and it is what the program is based around. We work to provide an opportunity for everyone to seek a unified goal, unified state of mind, and be a part of a team. The thing that's interesting about marching band is we will have current, right now, 8th graders who have never done anything on the move, standing next to 4-year vet members who are seniors who have done it a long time, lots of hours, and they're going to work together as a team to put out the best product in front of large audiences, their friends, family, and adjudicators. There is no JV team. Everyone is in all the time. There's no bench players. There's no one that we will sit down if they're not cutting it. We're working together as a team. We talk a lot about what it takes to make sure that there's a comfortable learning environment for every single person on the field. And that's what unity kind of means to us. From an artistry standpoint, we are working to have the fundamental skill sets of whatever we're doing, spinning, marching, or playing, so that we get comfortable enough that we can really attempt to connect with the performance, the show, and really try to portray some artistic thought to the audience. We get to work on the show for a long time, and it becomes a living, breathing thing that changes every day. We add little things, we take little things away, and by the end we really try to develop a program that's going to mean something to each individual performer and staff member as we move along. We strive for excellence in every single thing we do, from being awesome attendees of a meeting that are very nice and quiet and great attenders, to loading the truck, to thanking parent volunteers at other shows, to doing our homework, to getting good grades, to being on time to rehearsal, to communicating if you can't be on time to rehearsal. Just, we want to provide the opportunity for everyone to experience the best version of themselves and constantly set up that environment for them to strive for that. And legacy, we think about legacy in the sense of what we've been privileged to have come before us here. The band program really got going in 1960. There's been a long list of really excellent people that have come through the program, who have taught the program, who have worked with the program, and we need to be extremely thankful for those people and think about how our actions will impact the future. If we dump a marimba off the truck and it breaks, no one's going to get to play that for the next 15 years like we did. So we think about how our actions impact the future and how the past actions are impacting our experience. Positively life-changing experience is the Bands of America mission, vision, and that's why we like to go to those events. We're adding one this year, as I'm sure you're aware. And it really is an extremely life-changing experience to perform on some of the biggest stages in the nation and get critical feedback from the best music educator and movement specialists in the country. And it's a top-notch, and this year we're going to the Super Bowl of that, so that is exciting. So we've got some questions. I know this is miniature and you probably cannot read it, but why are we going? We're extending our season this year to go to the Bands of America Grand National Championships in Indianapolis, Indiana. This is hands down the biggest of big leagues of marching band. It is the national championships for marching band across the entire country. It is an awesome, unbelievable event that you will not believe until you are there. I've gone every year for the last 8 or 9 years, and it is incredible. We have been going to the St. Louis Super Regional we've gone 6 times, 8 times. And it is an unbelievable experience. Grand Nationals is that on steroids times 10 with some people cheering about it on the side. It is the pinnacle of what Music for All and Bands of America really set out to start with. They started with the national championships in the late 70s, early 80s. It's grown into a number of awesome things like the Concert Band Festival that we got to experience last year. It's all part of a similar family of Music for All. But the National Championships is hands down the biggest marching band event in the country. It is performed and takes place in Lucas Oil Stadium, which is where the Colts play in Indianapolis, but is also built in conjunction with both Music for All and Drum Corps International. They had a lot of money and say in it, and it is the only professional stadium in the country that's actually built with marching band in mind. There's a lot of sound reinforcement and things that went into the design of the stadium. So it is the best venue for us to perform in, and it is absolutely the best judges. There's a huge crowd. Over 100 bands go every year. It's a stiff competition. The top 30 advance to semifinals, which is an excellent accomplishment. To have your name read the next year that you are a semifinalist, a Bands of America Grand National semifinalist, is a very huge deal. That is a huge accomplishment. And then the top 12 from that 30 get put into finals. There are a lot of bands that have been finalists that are unbelievable. Our real hope and goal is to go have a great experience. It would be awesome to do whatever we do. We'll probably, in our first year out, be watching finals from the sidelines. I'll just be super honest about that. But watching and experiencing the best bands in the country live is an experience that I hope our band program experiences and has a great amount of takeaways that will change our band program greatly. Just seeing the way that these kids that are the exact same as you can do the marching activity will be awesome for you. So that's all we'll talk about that. So how we're gonna get there? I'm gonna unwrap my cord. So we've got some things that we have to think about as director. Our job is to take all the opportunities out there that exist for marching band, take all the inventory of where we're at from a program standpoint, and put them together and decide what the best things for the program are. I 100% absolutely believe we are ready to go play on this national stage. We've gotten the accolades and received the feedback from our experiences at the Super Regionals that we are ready for that level, and I'm unbelievably excited for it. But some things that we need to do to get there. First of all, this is an academic activity, and while marching band is an extra or co-curricular, it exists during the day and outside the day. It is absolutely important to me that we strive for excellence in the academic world as well. So we're implementing some new things this year that we're going to try to help that. We've had a lot of emphasis on getting good grades in the past. We haven't had a lot of follow through with some individuals. So I'm going to take it upon myself to do a whole lot more paperwork with a giant smile on my face. But we're going to have every member of the Eagle Marching Band receiving at least a B in all classes that they're attending during the term that band exists, or moving towards that B. So how that will work, you're going to have to get some evaluation. We'll have a very simple thing that we'll send out to all your teachers. They will tell us what your grade is. If you're not at a B or moving towards that B, you'll be essentially on academic probation. You'll be at all the shows, but you'll be in your uniform on the sideline. You won't be performing until we at least come up with a situation and a contract where we know that you're moving towards excellence academically as well. It's extremely important to us that we're getting that strong message to everyone. This organization is an academic organization and it exists for the betterment of you. It exists to give you opportunities to become awesome human beings, and juggling school and an activity and your schedule is a very, very important part of that. We will, if you are on academic probation, set up a tutor system. We have a list of who's taken what classes before. We'll set you up with them. We want everyone to perform at every single show. This is not meant for punishment, but it is meant for a motivator for some who may need it. Okay, cost. Here we go. So going to Grand Nationals, we have a package deal set up with the music travel consultants. They are the biggest music travel company. They're based out of Indianapolis and they manage almost every band that goes to Grand Nationals. We've gotten a bid from them that's all expenses paid. We'll leave on Wednesday after school, travel to Indianapolis. We'll have hotel stays. We have rehearsal sites in full field inside the convention center. All food is covered, including travel food. You'll get a voucher every time you get off the bus. Everything is all expenses paid for $600. So that is an experience, and it's not cheap, but I think it's absolutely worth it. So last year, our marching band fee that covered everything was $450. We're going to take a couple things off that to help try to lower the cost. We'll stay in high school when we go to St. Louis, so that'll take 18 grand off our total of hotel expenses. We're not going to go down to Marshall, which will save us quite a bit on gas and buses down there. And because we've done such awesome work with the band parent organization, raising all of the fees for the band uniforms, we'll take that $20 fee that we had in there before. Band camp is remaining the same. We're working for all kinds of ideas and strategies to help maybe lower some of those costs. Student activities fees is also remaining the same. And then we have the same shoe, color guard, and percussion fees. So that gets us to a total of $1,420, which is an expensive few months. But I want to be as absolutely transparent as possible with you and be honest, that is the total with all of the things of band camp and student activity and everything in there. What we'd like to have happen after the marching band auditions occur is we have a down payment of the student activity fee, and that locks everything in that you're a participant in the school, and then $200 to the marching band fee, which will help us get started with writing drill, music arrangements, and put down payments on the hotels and the buses. And then after that, we will have individualized payment plans that are at your discretion. We are 100% open and willing to having them be all the way till next June of 2016. You can play in small increments as you want. I can set up a plan with anyone who needs to set up any kind of plan. We can work something out. I don't want the finances to be the determinant for you, so we'll get through how we can make that happen. There 100% are scholarships available through us. Personally, through band parent organization, we do take a collection of staff every year. We help pay for a few people every year. There's several ways that we can get through some scholarships. That student activities fee can also be waived if you're at the cap, if you're in a bunch of activities, and or if you're qualifying for free and reduced lunch. That will go away as well. So This is also miniature, I'm sure you can't read it, but what you get for that $1,400, absolute best staff, design, and instructional, I think, around. I'm a terrible speller, and I just made this not that long ago, so I'm sorry if there's typos. But we'll get to the staff in a little bit, but we have accrued and gained the trust of, somehow, miraculously, some of the best designers in the world. And we've had an awesome time working with them, and they're extremely excited to be working with us again. We are going to be out of the parking lot this year and on lit turf fields for every rehearsal, which is we take 4 buses, a couple trailers, and a semi to every show, so 5 weekends of shows this year. We'll be transporting everything around. That is a pretty penny. We have 6 nights overstay at band camp. That's food, room and board, everything. Staff is all included. 2 nights in St. Louis, 4 nights in Indianapolis, and we play on a lot of equipment, a lot of gear, and a lot of instruments that are school owned. So it is an expensive activity, but I think it's absolutely worth it. It's something that you will never have the opportunity to do again. It's something that no one else in Minnesota has the opportunity to do. There are no other high schools around here that are going all the way to the national level. And it's something that once you're over 18, you can't buy. So I think it is 100% worth it. On to the fundraising. Here's how you pay for it. Are you ready? This is tiny, but we have a script program here at Eden Prairie High School. How many of you have utilized the script program? Awesome. It is a very nice and very easy program that you can make a lot of money towards your individual band account. That is a unique thing that we have at Eden Prairie. It's only really happening or allowed to happen in band, where you can do individual fundraisers for your person, and you keep that money that's assigned to your name, and you can utilize it to pay your dues, pay your fees. It's not, you all have to sell 12 frozen pizzas, and we get half of that profit, and it just lowers everyone's cost by $12. We can fundraise specifically for you, and you can utilize that money to pay for band camp, to pay for marching band dues, to pay for your student activities fees. It's very easy to use. This year, Black Friday after Thanksgiving, while standing in line at Walmart, my dad bought a Walmart gift card from Script and paid for it right there, and then got the rebate right there. You can do several of them online on your phone if you're in the store. My wife is band director at Waconia. Their marching band dues are $1,200 every year if they go on a trip or not, and 25 kids in their band pay for all of their dues every single year. They did last year, $1,200, no problem, with the script program. Many of the things on their vendors get 9 to 11% rebate off of whatever you buy. So you basically buy a gift card straight up, and you get 11% back or greater. 1-800-Flowers, 12%. Starbucks coffee, 6.74%. If you buy coffee every day, you can get money. Okay, so someone just yesterday at Waconia booked their spring break trip hotel through Script. They got $500. $500 off their marching band dues. It's pretty easy, just for a couple of clicks. So that's our best individual fundraiser that, unfortunately, we have more people complain about the price than we have utilize the fundraiser. So utilize the fundraiser. We have the Bachman's gift card kicking off next week, I think. 2 weeks. Ms. Quirk will be in the classes for her 6th year in a row, kicking off the Bachman's gift card. It's another simple, easy, one person goes to your band account, you sell people Bachman's gift cards, a $25 gift card for $25. It's face value. You get 15% of the proceeds. What's that? On the 23rd, she'll be here. Last year we had someone make $250. We're going to also have our fun family. We're going to push hard to do a little fundraising in June, July, and August. We're going to do some car washes. We're going to maybe do a pancake breakfast. We're going to rake-a-thon, go around to all houses. We'll rake your yard for however much money you want to give us. We're going to do a donation march-a-thon. We have pie sales. And our biggest fundraiser of the year is Prairie Colors. It's our home marching band show. It happens on the first weekend of school, right after Labor Day. We host a home marching band show here. All the proceeds of tickets of that show go to us. We've made anywhere from $6,000 to $12,000 profit off of that home marching band show. It takes 60 volunteers to run that show. So about as many people as we have in the band, we need that many parents to help one place or another and volunteer for that. The way we make money off of that is we are awesomely nice to the band directors. They have a great experience. They decide to bring their band back next year. That means all their parents will be there to watch. They pay an entry fee. Bing, bang, boom, we make lots of money. So volunteer and sign up. Back there in the tent, in the green, you can get one of your 160 spots to volunteer for Prairie Colors. All right. Schedule. Here we go. So we have a band website, ephsbands.org. It's short for organization. You can go there and check out the band calendar. We have a Google Calendar. You can sync it to your phone. The ins and outs, we have 5 weekends this year. It's 1 weekend less than last year. We're doing one less show. We rehearse 6 hours a week during the week. Once school starts, we just rehearse Monday and Thursday nights from 6 to 9. Monday during the school day, after most shows or a weekend off, we review film. We'll listen to a couple tapes. We do that for about a half an hour, and then we like to give some homework time because of that academic importance for us. Unfortunately, it hasn't been utilized by everyone, but it will be this year for us. A quick word on sectionals. We do encourage sectionals. It's a great way for the sections to get to know one another, to bond. Once they're better friends, we play and perform better together. We're more comfortable. They're not mandatory, and they're not on the schedule. They're highly recommended to go to, but if you're brand new and you feel the pressure that you need to go to them, and you have your sister's wedding, you don't need to go to that sectional. You should go to your sister's wedding, obviously. We'll miss 1 day of school this year. It's not an easy day to miss. It's the last day of the first term. But we're missing 1 day of school. I have worked with Con McCartan, who is our principal, who is awesome and a great supporter. We have discussed in detail what we can do to set up all of the members for success during that week of finals week, which is also Grand National Championships. We're going to work really hard with all of the teachers. We've already made some game plans. We've drafted up the letter that will go out. We have a pretty strong plan to make sure that no one feels more stressed than they would regularly on a finals week before we depart for our last show. And then a quick word on band and other activities. We rehearse in the evenings so that you can, if you want, participate in other sports or activities. It is a difficult schedule, but it is doable. We have, say, maybe 10 to 15 people do it each year. We have a pretty good relationship with almost all fall coaches. I went to school here. I've been here for a while. I was a 3-sport athlete and did band. I know what the schedule is like. I know that it takes some flexibility. We want everyone at every rehearsal so that we can get better as a team. It takes one person to do something wrong for the whole thing to be bad, but I'm very understanding of schedule, and I want it to work for as many people as possible. So if you have other aspirations in other areas and you want to take advantage of those, I 100% want you to do that. I want to work with you and your coach or other advisor or scoutmaster. I want to have a meeting with them or not, or shoot an email, sit down with a calendar and see how we can figure out what works best for you and both organizations that you want to be involved in. We've had hundreds of those meetings and we've had great success with that in the past. It's absolutely something that we want you to be able to do. Yeah, that's it. So we'll talk through the calendar. If I can get the link to work. So So this is our band website. It's very small, I'm sure. EPHSbands.org, right here on the calendar button. You can not see the calendar, but we're going to have marching band auditions happen in May. They're going to happen right here May 4th and May 7th, on Monday and Thursday night. We set the auditions up in 2 3-hour segments so that you get a good understanding of what marching band will be like. We get a great evaluation of where you are. What the audition purpose is that we can evaluate where you're at and make the decision along with you if this is the best thing for you at this time. If you're going to play, you want to play trumpet and you can't play at all, it's not going to be the best time for you. We're going to recommend that you sit down and play in our concert bands in the core of our program, develop the skill sets necessary for a little bit, and then come and do it next year. We don't want you to have no fun because it's not easy for you. We want everyone who wants it to be able to do it though. So after those marching band auditions, we have our encore concert on the 15th here, and that's when the down payment will be due. And then this is the month of June. Take a look at June. If you can see, there's nothing on it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 weeks, with the first week of July as well, that we will have open and free and ready for you to go on a 5-week vacation and do lots of things non-band related. And there may be a couple sectionals here and there, and we encourage that. That's great. That's going to make us a lot better. But go do all of your summer stuff that you can there. Then we start up here on July 13th. Now before July 13th, I want to make sure everyone is aware the week before, July 9th, there's a big drum corps show in Minneapolis. It's at the TCF Bank Stadium. It is the Minneapolis Regional. There will be 25, I think, of the top drum corps in the world there. And I have the privilege of working with the Blue Devils, which they won last year. And they're one of the winningest, most excellent organizations I've ever been a part of. But they'll be staying here again and rehearsing in our stadium. And they put on a System Blue clinic, which is an awesome interactive. They fly in some of these really, really big top-notch. Dr. Tin was here last year. Music education leadership workshops. It's normally $500 to go because of our connections and them staying at our school. It's 100% free to all Eden Prairie students. So in my mind, if you're in town, it's a no-brainer. You should take part in that. It also gets you a ticket into the DCI show at TCF Bank Stadium. We'll have signups and registration for that coming out, more information. But that's going to happen Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's on the schedule. It is not required. It's just a free, awesome clinic that you could go to if you wanted to. It is in no way required. We will start on the 13th. We do our welcome week. We kick things off and get going. We have 6 to 9 rehearsals on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, with 2 weeks where we do a 9 to 9 on Wednesday and Thursday, 9 to 9, so that our drill camps, we can get learning the show. We're going to band camp a week earlier this year so that we can avoid the Minnesota Music Educator All-State Camp. We've had our band camp on top of All-State for a long time, which has been extremely unfortunate. We want as many people to participate and represent Eden Prairie in that All-State experience as possible. Many of the bands that we compete against here, like ECU and Rosemount, have many, many kids that get into All-State every year. We want that to be a tradition of excellence at Eden Prairie as well. It is an unbelievable experience. I've been a section coach for All-State for a few years, and it is all of the best players in the state get together and rehearse with one of the best conductors in the country. You can't beat it. It's an awesome experience, and we want everyone to audition for it. So that's why we move band camp. We come back, we have our normal Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. We do another set of 9 to 9s on Wednesday, Thursday to continue learning the drill. I lost my mouse. There we go. Then we have a state fair week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll go 9 to 9 and finish parts of the show. Tuesday the 25th, 7:30 a.m. we will play for the district kickoff. We've already been invited for that. We are the only student group that gets invited every year by the administration, superintendent, and friends to join in greeting the entire staff of Eden Prairie Schools. Here, they give us a free breakfast afterwards, which was fun. Then we'll have a little break, and then we'll get into some rehearsal. We're going to end rehearsal an hour earlier that night since we have to be here a little earlier. We go to the state fair and do a parade performance on the 27th, on the first day of the state fair. And then we are into Labor Day weekend, which has nothing on it. You'll have that full weekend off. School starts, we pare down to Monday, Tuesday night rehearsals. The first weekend of school, we have Prairie Colors Marching Band Festival during the afternoon, and then we'll go over to the Eastview Marching Band Festival that evening. I don't know why that's not showing up there, but it will soon. And that'll be our first weekend of shows. We'll come back the next weekend with rehearsals. We're taking that weekend off. That is historically Marshall. That will be get all of your homework done weekend. We won't be doing anything on that Marshall weekend. Then the next weekend is homecoming, so we'll have another Saturday off. We'll have a Friday night game on homecoming. Then the next weekend we'll do Anoka Chamber Park, which we did last year. Then we head to Youth and Music. Youth and Music will be an afternoon show. Again, we do have this one weird Tuesday night rehearsal on the 6th because on Monday the 5th is the National Honor Society induction night. And as you would probably guess, 90% of the band is somehow involved with that. Maybe not 90%, but a big chunk of the band is in NHS. Then we'll go to Youth and Music. We have MEA break on the 15th, 16th. We'll have rehearsal on Thursday the 15th, 16th. We'll head down to St. Louis and do our show at the St. Louis Super Regional. We'll come back and we have Thursday night. The dome goes up while we're in St. Louis, the dome over Turf B, and we've secured that. So we'll be able to rehearse in the dome, which will be a little bit warmer. We also have a full field side to side and the 4 steps behind the back hatch in the field house, which we can get at as well. We'll have Thursday, Monday, Tuesday. We're going to do a Saturday in the dome to make any changes that we want to from St. Louis. And I think I took that Tuesday night off. Monday, and then we'll head out Wednesday after school to get on the bus to go down to Grand Nationals. We'll come back and the season will be over and we'll be into term 2. So that is the schedule. There are, of course, it has been extended a few weeks, and we have added a few rehearsals. We've taken away a weekend, but we want to manage all of our time so that we can continue to be successful. I'm going to get my PowerPoint going back up here. All right. So the staff. Like I talked about, we have an awesome design team here at Eden Prairie. This is John Meehan, is our music arranger. He is the music arranger and brass caption head at the Blue Devils. He has arranged here since 2011. He's an excellent friend of mine and an absolute rock star in the music world and specifically the marching arts world. You can Google him, he's super famous and awesome. We have Jamie Holly writing the drill again, who wrote the drill last year. He also writes the drill for the Blue Devils. He writes the drill for many Grand National finalists. John Meehan has written music for many Grand National finalists as well. We have Keith Dunn heading up our design team as program coordinator again. He's a great friend of mine who is on the Blue Devils staff and is a music producer in LA. He's an awesome person. He's been out a couple times to work with us. He's a local guy before he moved to LA. We have Lindsay Hansen helping run both of our staging and some design aspects of the visual program again, which is awesome. That's our main design team. We met 5 weeks ago for 2 days of 20 hours each of designing in Long Beach, which is the first time we've all been in the same room before, which is extremely exciting. We came up with a show for this year and a couple shows for years in the future. It's an exciting, fun relationship to watch develop and extremely humbling to be in the room with some really brilliant artistic designers. Our caption heads will remain the same again this year. We have a very consistent staff, which is unique in the world of marching band. and exciting and awesome. Joe Osselson and Craig Myers will be heading up the percussion program again with some of the same texts, all of the same texts that we've had in the past. Jared over here will be heading up the color guard program along with Paige. And Megan Palmer will be helping with the visual stuff. And we have a unique staff that you should all appreciate. It's very exciting to work with them. They unfortunately don't get paid very much, but they're all doing music as a living, which is unique for marching band because there's not a lot of opportunity to pay people a lot unless we charged you twice as much. So we do it for about covering our gas. And we have a tremendous staff working with all the students. Everyone who works with the Horn Line has a music degree and has at least a master's degree, if not a doctoral degree, with 2 of them are sitting right there. All 3 band directors are involved. Dr. Jackson, Mr. Whipke, and myself are involved in the team. We talk about what the direction of the program is a lot. We talk about the music, we talk about the scoring, we talk about everything and how it all relates to the entire program at large. It's a very unique situation and we're all thankful for it. We have a lot of staff that are technical staff that are here, not all the time, but a different face and some different set of comments in front of the kids so they don't just hear this voice all the time, which can get annoying. So that's the staff. We have absolutely the best staff in the state, hands down, and the design team is phenomenal. So we're getting to the show. But before we do that, does anyone have any questions? I do have a, yeah. That's an excellent question. The question is, if we sign up and we pay and then something happens and we can't do it, is the money refundable? The short answer is yes, I'm going to work with you to be as absolutely reasonable as possible. The extended answer is anytime a member drops out, if they've been in it far enough along the season, it costs us a fair amount of money to rewrite parts of the show, the drill, the visual stuff. Anytime we drop a person out, it's another $300 back to the drill writer to rewrite and rework parts of the show. So we'll negotiate, but yes, you will not be out all of the money if you break your leg on the second rehearsal. We will absolutely work with you to get that back. Good question, yeah?
How close
How close what?
How close now are you with the teacher on each student?
How close am I, personally?
For you guys to be able to find out what your grade is, to be able to stand in.
Yeah, sure.
How close now?
Very. I'm very close knit with all the teachers here, most all the teachers. But what we'll do is we'll be able to run a class list through our registrar and pull all the teachers that have a marching band student. And then we can send them just a quick Google survey. They'll be able to put this student's name and their grade in, and we'll be able to collect all that data very easily. But I know a lot of them, either as a former student or as a colleague. Good question. Yes?
I've been in high school like 30, 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Isn't it a general policy though that if you don't carry a certain grade point average, you can't be in certain extracurricular?
It is a general policy, absolutely. It's lower than a B, so we're raising the bar a little bit. We're also not sanctioned by the Minnesota State High School League. There's not a Minnesota State High School League marching band circuit, so it would be easily gotten away with because there would be no one calling us on it other than me, which I'm doing now. But good question. Yes? Sure. Absolutely. So come on Monday. Don't worry about Thursday. Yeah. We can work that. That's fine. Yes. Yeah. All the themes that we didn't pick this year? That might give away next year's show. Any other questions? We ditched the one that was about horses and alligators. We were gonna do a Disney princess show. Didn't do that one. Thought about doing Frozen the musical. Okay, so the show this year. It sounds like some of you already know, but we will get to it. It's called All the Queen's Roses. It is. So, let me explain the show and then we'll watch a little video that will explain it in even more depth. The basic concept, it is Wonderland before Alice gets there. And the color guard essentially is going to be all the white roses that the queen wants painted red. We'll have 4 movements to the show and a 5th surprise ending that we'll put in a little bit later. We'll have some pre-show. The Queen of Hearts is the tune. Scene 1, we go with The Roses Are White. We'll be kind of playing through just some of the ideas of Wonderland before Alice gets there from Alice in Wonderland and the structure and how that works. We'll paint the roses red. There'll be an overtaking, a little bit of a battle, and then off with their heads. And then at the very end, as we're leaving the field, Alice will appear. So it's a It's going to be an amazing show. It's going to be a lot of fun. We worked really hard to try to up whatever we did the year before. I think this is going to up it times 10. I think we've put more thought and design into this than we have in the past. There's obviously a little bit of a factor of we're going to the national stage, and all of our nationally known and previous finalist designers' names are on our show and on our program. So they're going to put in the extra effort, as have we. We've already met. We talk once a week. We're in the process. We have all the rights to arrange all the tunes. We've written sketches of a lot of the tunes. We have sketches of drill written. We know what the props are going to look like. We've bought some of them already. So it's a very exciting show. So this is going to play through some of the music and talk to you kind of through the show. This is our pre-show while we're getting set up. We're going to just try to get the crowd into it, realizing that it's other people's parents. We've already changed Those are trees. That's a friend of mine who's a band director in California. So that jar of hearts goes down the rabbit hole and gets morphed into this piece, which is part of the theme from the 2010 Allison. There's some more of the trees. So as the whole band will start on the back sideline, and we're essentially painting everything that's white and red. So we'll have things that come down and cover the yard lines red, the numbers will get turned red, the Colts helmet will get turned red, and the band is kind of coming down out of time through the trees. They are the cards, they're marching, they're very militaristic. Then we open up with the opening hit, which will look like this. Sound like. This is the Alice theme by Danny Elfman. Second movement. We're starting to paint the roses red here. The cards slowly turning to red. This video is the actual length of the show, so you can get a feel for the pacing. We get a little dark and light.
Sit down. Open the head.
Essentially, all this class allowed for big training. And then Alice shows up. That's it. The show will be around 8 minutes with a little bit of pre-show. So from here, some reminders that there's Prairie Colors stuff to sign up for. Leadership applications are going to be due on the Tuesday after spring break, about a month from today. Then those auditions will happen in May, and we can investigate maybe moving the Thursday away from a middle school musical. We'll let you know all the information. If you go to ephsbands.org, resources is, I think, the 4th or 5th button over from the left, and then it says marching band music. That is a password protected site. The password is Eagles, and by the end of this week, all of this information, the updated registration fee, the leadership application, everything that you saw here plus more will be up there with all information. March 9th is our band parent organization meeting here at the high school, and that starts at 6:30 p.m. in the choir room on Monday, and I will be there to answer any questions that you maybe don't feel comfortable asking now, and brainstorming on how we either win the lottery or fundraise bajillions of dollars. I can take any questions that you have now, though, if you have them. Yes?
Is the instruments provided by the school, or do you have to purchase the instruments?
Some of the instruments are provided by the school, so things like mellophones, marching baritones, marching tubas are provided, tenor sax, bari sax, are kind of standard instruments like trumpets and alto saxophones you would already have from band, or we can help you get them as well. We do have a couple school instruments that we can get. All of the percussion equipment is provided. Awesome. Well, I will be here for a while. If you have any individual questions for me, I'll also be here March 9th to answer any of those questions. Yeah? Yes. I think I heard you correctly. Is the information on the website? Yeah, so ephsbands.org, under resources, marching band. I will have, by the end of the week, everything posted up there. And this evening, we did live stream the event on YouTube. We currently have 17 viewers. What that means is that this whole presentation will be on our YouTube channel, which is just EPHSB for band. You can go back, it will catalog the whole thing that got streamed. So, all right. Yes? Yeah, not a ton of the staff are here tonight, but Jared is here. Dr. Jackson is here. Are there any other staffers here tonight? Dr. Montmer is here. Sue Henry is here. She's a band parent, organization chair. Kelly is here also. Saw her. Sweet, under the tent. I will put pictures up of all the staff and their bios if you want to read into that as well. You can email me at spalmer@edenpr.org. If I know the answer, I will email you right back. If I don't, it'll take me a little bit. Are there any other questions? We do have a semi-trailer, and it can be driven by someone who has a CDL. If there's anyone who has that or is interested in getting that, talk to me. If not, that's okay. All right, have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah.
I was laughing at it. The funny part was like, it said what it was. I expected UAEL, but it said it was UAEL, Positive Life Changes. I thought it was hashtag UAEL PLC. Oh my god, yeah. Wait, is this still going?
You're in.
Yeah, it's still going.
Yeah. Awesome. I didn't. Sorry that there's a lot to coordinate. I missed it, but we'll do it. Cancel the season.
Don't you worry about like other statements. It's awesome.
Good. Hey. Good. Yeah, they all fit inside each other. Okay. I'm trying to work out. I'm trying to make it as cheap as possible. So the local shows we may not think they're high, like they're like you should get okay. Yeah. Unless right. So, because you're all good here. So do whatever you want. And you don't have to decide. Yeah. So you could switch to switching styles. Being a team player, which part is left hand? Lots of you can touch it on your yeah. Each both play 3 games.